All right, then. Good afternoon, everybody who's joined in. Thank you so much for joining today's webinar, where we will be discussing how you can leverage dynamic pricing to get better profitability for your hotel room using EasyMint. My name is Parikshit Popat. I'm the head of Revenue Management Department at YCS, and I managed to design this tool, and now I'll be giving you insights into revenue management and EasyMint. Many of you are already using our products, but those who have joined for the very first time, here is what YCS, or formerly known as EASY, stands for. Inolja Cloud Solution is a complete hospitality suite that is present in 170 countries with 17 years of experience, offering a 24/7 support and backed by tech unicorn of South Korea, Inolja. Sorry. And software, a business tool that is applicable for all types of properties globally. Now, why I needed to ask this question is because we are looking into data constantly, okay? And we are seeing that there is a very big turnaround in tourism in your region post the pandemic. People are coming back, okay? There are new properties opening. There are new, sorry, avenues opening, okay? So as tourism is growing, number of properties also growing. That means it is a very, very tough competition. Okay. And how can you win in this competition, right? Because earlier, if there was 500 inventory, now there's 5,000 inventory around you. Okay. The answer to that is leveraging the power of revenue management. And what is revenue management? We all know the basic principle of revenue management: selling to right person at right time, at right price, through right channel. Okay. But if you look at historically, what used to happen is that sorry, we used to get emails or call inquiries where we as hoteliers would reply that I have so and so availability for so and so date, and then customer would make the payment and we'll send them confirmation. Now with technology, what has happened is there are so many online platforms available. Your own booking engine is available where this time is cut down. People are no more making calls to get bookings. They're simply making bookings through different online platforms which are not sleeping. They are available 24/7. Okay. So you cannot be doing one type of pricing. You will need different parameters. We used to all do occupancy-based pricing. Okay. Now we have to go a little beyond and think when this occupancy is. For example, if I, as a hotelier based in a leisure destination, having a lot of customers during long weekends, okay, then I will see where that long weekend is falling, which month the long weekend is falling. I'll be combining my long weekend along, sorry, I'll be combining my long weekend along with my occupancy, my day of week, my month in the year. Okay. So let's say I am looking at the calendar of December month, okay, where people are usually traveling. So I'll take December month. I'll see which day in December month will get me higher bookings or bookings better yield. So that along with, if there's a long weekend falling, I'll take all these three into consideration along with occupancy, along with lead time, and also look at what market is doing. So there are different seven basic parameters on which now you have to do pricing, not just one parameter. And why it has become more essential. Like I said, the market has become tough. So you need to be doing or practicing revenue management very much effectively to be able to get better yield for your rooms. So you have to either sell more or you have to sell expensive. Sorry. By expensive, I don't mean that if you're selling at $20, start selling at $100. What I mean is that if you're selling more, well and good, you're already touching 80-85% occupancy. Now you need to start selling optimally. You have to see where you can have the opportunity to sell the $20 room at $25, $30, $35, right? That is what selling optimally means. Okay. When you sell optimally, what happens is that your operational efficiency enhances. When you're practicing revenue management, you know how to apply pricing. You are not going to sit manually and look at each and every day and then decide how to do pricing. Practicing revenue management makes it simpler, makes it automated. Your booking increases because when the demand was low and somebody was booking 25, 30, 40 days in advance, you're giving that leverage to them by selling it at a little lesser price, and towards arrival, you are increasing the price. Okay. Sorry. Then what also happens is that with revenue management, you can actually have accurate booking pattern analysis. By booking pattern analysis, what I mean is that we just discussed those 7 factors that you are doing occupancy-based pricing. You have to see if that occupancy is falling in a month of December or in a month of July. You have to see if it is a Friday or a weekday. All those things come into consideration, and there's a lot of data crunching now. Okay, because the market, like I said, is tough because there are too many people around you. You need to understand how market is floating, how customers are coming along, and then you have to do the pricing decision. Okay. With revenue management, you can do that accurate pattern analysis and then decide the pricing. And you can also look at competition, right? It is very important to see what is market doing, how others in the market are faring. Not essentially to copy them, but to understand what is the trend. And then accordingly, maybe if your occupancy is matching with the trend in the market, you can then match the price, increase the price, decrease the price, or just keep a watch as to what your comp set is doing. And when you practice revenue management, there is a revenue growth. And we have seen it as a practicing revenue manager of 15 years can tell you this, that when you practice revenue management, there is a growth. You need to understand pattern, you need to do pricing accordingly. Now, let us discuss the software that we have created. Because there are 7 different ways or 6 different ways to do pricing, it can be confusing, right? Do I consider occupancy? Do I consider day of week? Do I consider month in a year? Do I consider lead time? Do I consider last minute inventory? How do I do pricing? Answer is very simple, Easy Mint. It is a software that works in the combination of all these tools and all these parameters. Okay. With that, you can do the pricing, and once you activate Easy Mint, it is going to operate 24/7, 365, unless you put a stop on it. Okay, so unlike physics law, it is going to keep on operating until you put a stop to it. Let's say you put a price today. Okay, you activate Easy Mint today. It is going to start looking at all the factors that we discussed and decide the price accordingly for you. Let's say you have a customer coming in, you have to give the check-in. System is going to identify what is the new occupancy, update the price online. Okay, if there is a cancellation, system is going to identify what is the new occupancy, which day the cancellation is come, and update the price accordingly. So you can focus on customer-centric operations rather than focusing on price-centric operation. That is what Easy Mint does for you. It comes with intuitive dashboard, which gives you high value insights. When you come as a hotelier, when I used to come to the hotel 9, 10 in the morning, first thing we do is take out all the excess and see what is because first is firefighting for the day, then deciding what I'm going to do for next 3, 4 days, right? And then looking at it on the monthly level. So you can come in the property and see your dashboard and decide, okay, my occupancy is in red today. Maybe the price that is dropped by Easy Mint is not still to the level where I want to drop the price, make the changes. Maybe all of a sudden there is a 30-room group checked into your property, and now your prices are going up, and you know that this was not an anticipated demand. Mint has increased the price, but you think you can go higher on the Y curve, increase the price. Okay, you can come to know what is your cancellation, how many pickups you have done, what is the ADR for the day, what is the RevPAR for the day, what is the RevPAC for the day. All this information on your dashboard giving you ready-made insights, right? We also have a flash report that is going to help you understand the pattern in detail on month-on-month basis, sorry, the source-wise basis, the day-of-week basis, all those information covered in our flash report. Daily pickup report, we send it to you via email, so you can come to know what happened between yesterday and today in terms of check-ins, in terms of new bookings that have come in. Weekly revenue report comes to you every week on first day of the week, telling you insights as to how your last week fared, what is your current week standing, and how the next week is going to be for you as an owner, as the decision maker, to have better pricing strategies in place. Okay. And a lot of pricing modules are available in the market today. Okay. What EasyMint does is that it is faster than everybody. It is going to work better than everybody in terms of pricing. It is going to update or push a trigger every 5 minutes. Okay. And we are controlled by ceiling prices and floor prices. By this, what I mean is that if you, let's say, put a price on higher side that I want to have $1,000 my room sold at on the higher side, and lower side I want to keep it at 200. EasyMint is going to structure the pricing in such a way that it is not going to go $1,001 or $199. It is going to be stable between these two values. That is what EasyMint is going to do for you when it is updating the price. And it can save you up to 4 manas a day. And like I said, it is working 24/7, 365. So when you are at home taking a good night nap, somebody makes a booking, you need not worry. EasyMint will have done its job. Okay. And let us understand what EasyMint is actually going to do. Okay, it is going to apply the basic principles of dynamic pricing, which is updating the real-time value based on the factors that we discussed, right? It is not going to wait for you to make decisions. It is going to make decisions for you. We have a team that is going to sit with you, make the first time setup with you, help you with the strategies, and then EasyMint run on its own until you decide to override the price someday because you feel that demand is more than what EasyMint predicted it to be. And we have already discussed that why it is more important, so I'll not get into this part. Let us look into a little bit more of how EasyMint looks like. So this is the dashboard, which is giving you information as to occupancy, pickup, cancellation, length of stay, lead time, ADR, revenue, RevPAR. The very important part over here is the pace, so that you can understand how fast your bookings are coming. Here, my pickup window is telling me that all my bookings are coming on the day of arrival or 1 day prior. So I need not maybe indulge into lead time based pricing. I have to focus more on last minute pricing. My on the book synopsis tells me month on month against a last year where I am. If I am falling, I'm increasing. And if you hover over this, then you'll also be able to see the source, okay, against which you are pitting, so that if any source stops performing, right, there'll be a time when a particular source is not doing well. They might say that there's no business in the market, but everybody else is doing that well compared to that particular source. So maybe policy issues there, or somebody else or some other property is getting a better priority on that particular travel agent platform vis-a-vis your own. Now, you can also look at this, that if your bookings have stopped coming and it is all of a sudden going to other places, okay, you have increased booking flow, but people are not walking in anymore. People are making advance booking and coming, and they are making bookings from travel agents. That means that your rates on OTAs and your rates on web are more preferable than your walk-in rates, right? All these things you can come to know only when you have data, which dashboard is going to provide you with. Another important factor that we discussed is your pickup report, which is going to be emailed to you every day, 9 o'clock in the morning, where you will be able to see what changes happened between yesterday and today for next 30 days, 90 days, 180 days, and 300 days, depending on how far your bookings are coming. Competition rate tracker, very important, very essential to track what is market doing. So with competition rate tracker, you can track 4 of your comp sets from 4 different OTAs in real time. Once a day, you get the data for next 30 days. You can understand, analyze, and if you feel that you need to sync the price along with the market, you can make the changes to the pricing pattern with the help of EasyMint. Now, when we developed this tool, there was also concern with a lot of my hotelier friends. They used to say that, you know what, tool is great, but we still have to go and do Excel manually. Now, why this happens? This happens because they were keeping a tab on the targets versus the revenue that they had achieved and how far they were. We simply took that entire process and brought it online. If you are any property that is using EasyMint, not Easy Mint, my bad. If you have any property that is using Easy Centrics for over a year, we have your last year's data. To it, we add 10% because that is minimum basic that we feel that you will be attaining as hotelier. And your this year's estimated revenue target is ready. You can make changes to it before the month starts. And during the month, if you feel that, you know what, I have set a high bar for myself, I need to lower it, you can do it with our help. Vice versa, if you feel that, you know what, I have set a bar for $100,000, maybe I'll be able to do $200,000 or $300,000. Just let us know, we will take care of it for you. Okay. I have a revenue management team that sits in HQ who is going to help you with all sorts of training, with all sorts of strategy for first 3 months, and training is free for lifetime whenever you want to reach out. Now, once you set up the budget, you will be able to track in real time with a weekly revenue report how far or ahead you are of the budget in terms of ADR. Let's say for this particular property, when we fetch the report, it was the 19th of September and they had 11 days left. Okay. Now they had to do 284 room nights at the current ADR. Sorry. That was 446. If they were going to sell only 28 room nights more, okay, in the coming trend, then they would have to sell every room at 1762. So this is an insight which is going to help you to understand if you are running at par with the pace that you have decided for yourself, if you are ahead of that pace or you are behind that pace. Right, because we setting the target is nice, it's a good thing, it is important thing to do, but it is also important to see if we are able to track it correctly. Right. So here is a small tracker that helps you understand how you are running against a target. Okay. And you will be able to understand from the daily booking details for all the days breakup as to which day has what occupancy at what price. If any day requires your special attention, you can have a look at the chart and give your attention based on that report. This report comes to you via email on the first day of the week. And because it is a real-time updation, you can come on the sheet any time of the day and have a look. This is a case study that we are presenting right now. This is a property, sorry, for which we have taken data for 1 year comparison. And you can see that they had a drop in occupancy by 8.01%. Okay, compared to last year. So year-on-year comparison, they dropped the occupancy, but you can see that their ADR has shot up. Okay, because of which their revenue has shot up. That means that they are yielding better for their rooms. Okay. What we did for this property is not rocket science. We looked at the patterns for the property. For example, average lead time is around 3 months. So we started pricing structurally from 3 months towards the arrival. That is one thing. Then we saw that this property had bookings that were coming constantly in every month. Okay, there was a dip in few months, so we dropped the price for that month, and where there were constantly bookings coming, we started increasing the price slowly for those months. Because it's a business property, there was not a lot of impact by day of week. Oh, sorry, there was not a lot of impact by day of week because it's a business city. Okay, everybody was flocking in almost through every day. So we did not take that into consideration, but we took long weekends into consideration. And we realized that when we do constantly follow up on these kind of pricing, we see good turnaround. The turnaround has been 14% plus revenue compared to last year, which is, I think, remarkable growth. You're looking at 10% at least. We have given 15% growth year on year using Easy Mint. For further session, I'd like to take Manas to take over. Manas?
I'm sorry. Yeah, Parikshit.
Yeah, I'd like you to take over on further
Yeah,
parts
yeah,
of this presentation.
yeah. Certainly, Parikshit. Thank you for your time, Parikshit. Yeah. So I just want to, take it ahead. Thank you, Parikshit, for covering this.
Sure.
And I wanted to take us through how do we stand apart. So there are a few things that we wanted to discuss here. The first thing which makes us really stand out in the crowd is we provide end-to-end integrated solution. So like Parikshit spoke about one of the modules, which is revenue management, which is very important for hoteliers. Similarly, when we talk of all the very basic products, we start from the PMS, we have the channel manager, we have the booking engine, and that is something which is also integrated to the restaurant software. And along with the restaurant software, we have the revenue management, we have the reputation management. And to cover all of this, we also have a website builder. So website builder and all of this completely integrated to each other gives us a very robust platform where, just imagine a situation where, if I am taking a service, like if I take a PMS from a service provider, I find a better channel manager, I go with that channel manager, and then I have to go for a different restaurant software. So at end of it, if you're having any issues, you have to reach out to those certain parties, separately. That also is something which is a very big concern, reaching out to different people. But here, everything all integrated to one platform is a very big advantage for your side. So along with this, when we talk of these many platforms, one of the other things which goes back is that we have 17 plus years of experience. A lot of research and development has gone into place. It is something that it is not like something which has come up immediately. So it has gone with consistent years being in the market, taking down notes and taking down observations, then implementing that in the software with the market requirements. So this has led to coming up with a product which has a very strong holder, in whatever market we come in. We have a lot of localization and it works really well out there in all the markets. Apart from that, we have a 24/7 customer care support, which is supported like if you have any concern at any point in time. One primary advantage is that we have a local account management team. The local account management team caters to all the requirements that you have immediately on all the times they're available with for you. But also when they're not working, we have a 24/7 support, live support, where you could just go reach out to them and then you could just address your concern at any point in time. So with all this, with the channel manager and all the booking engine and the PMS integrated, one thing which really stands out in the industry is that we are backed by industry leaders like booking.com, Expedia, Agoda, Airbnb, TripConnect. So these are some of the partners which have given us preferred partner. Getting a preferred partner is also not something that we are getting it for just 1 year. We are getting it for a lot of years back to back. And this establishes the fact that we are so strong in terms of all the updates that you send in, all the pricing calculation. So this is, all these kind of industry leaders, supporting us is a testament of, how strong we are as a product. So Parikshit, to the next slide, please. So when we talk of all the recognitions, I also wanted to take us through some of the important standards. So one of the very important question comes in when you are on cloud, that how are you secure? How can we be, assured that the data that we have is, because data is a very confidential information, and we take a lot of priority in making sure that we are giving you the best services. So we are on Amazon Web Services. That is one of the clear advantages, one of the best servers in the world, and a lot of confidential information like the credit card information or the payment information is also saved because it is where you do a lot of transactions in terms of money. So we are a PCI DSS certified company. That also is something which certifies that we are very very strong in terms of all the security of the money related issues. So apart from that, a few other things, if you also look out for reviews for best of the software, you can just go and look into Capterra. We are reviewed really well over there. So these are some of the other things. We are also preferred partners of TripAdvisor. All right, that's perfect. Parikshit, we can move to the next slide, please. So just few more insights. We are there with about 33,000 active clients, and we almost support 50 plus languages, and we have about 300 plus global partners around the globe, supporting us. And at this moment, I think, we have over 300 plus people on board. At this moment, I think when we talk, we are over 400 plus people and on board with the team members. And like I suggested, we have 24/7 support and we are available in 170 plus countries. So this was like a little brief about the product in total. And now we are all open for any kind of a questions and answers if we have. So Parikshit and me will be able to answer the question. So if you guys can, let's just check the questions if we have some questions and just check it on chat, Parikshit, and if it is right. I could not find.
So one question that comes very routinely to me is that does EasyMint also look into OTA side discounts or promotions? No. OTA side discounts and promotions are not part of Mint because Mint is only taking the price that is being fed to it from channel manager, doing the calculation, giving it back to channel manager. And then the prices are sent to OTS from where you can do the promotions and discount. We in fact have our own promotions and discount tab in channel manager where you can do some sort of pricing change. Okay. But that is about it because we are creating a software that is helping you do the pricing. Promotions would be your discretion. Okay, there is something where we have not stepped into as yet. We have a question, how do you identify competitor for resorts? Also, when we are looking into onboarding a property, we put an area certain around the property within 5 miles, 7 miles. Okay, we pull out a list of properties and then we start comparing which properties are similar in terms of pricing, similar in terms of star rating, in terms of inventory, in terms of review rating. Okay, we pull that list, we share it with the property, and then if they also agree, then we decide that these are the right competitors. So I think that answers the question. If you have any further question on that, I'll be happy to answer. Okay, can Mint look into parity? Definitely, Mint right now we have not revised a report for that, but it is a work in progress where Mint can look into parity. Sorry, our competition rate tracker will have the report ready very soon where you will be able to track the parity across different online platforms where you are listed and maybe take appropriate actions. A small insight I wanted to add to this is that we are also coming up with notifications and group dashboards where if you are a group property, you will be able to look at how you are performing as a group, which property is having a better sale, which property requires more support. That is also coming up. And by early next year, we are also going to have AI in place so that if you do not want to do any sort of analysis, AI is going to do it for you and push the pricing. How will dynamic pricing by Mint affect packages and promos provided in the PMS? So dynamic pricing in the system is going to look into all the prices unless you create them as independent rate plans. Unless you do that, all the pricing is going to impact. So whatever, let's say there are three types of rooms, okay, in your system, a deluxe room, a super deluxe room, and a suite, okay. And there is a master derived concept. So master rate plan is going to receive all the inputs from Mint and it is going to pass on all that input to all the derived rate plans. Okay. So if you have created any packages and promos and they also become a part of derived rate plan, then yes, you will be able to have the dynamic pricing even on the promos and packages also in the system. Okay. Unless you create independent and keep those rate plans away from dynamism, then no. But otherwise, it is going to have same kind of impact that OTS also will have or any other rate channel will have. Okay, we have another question that we will just do the pricing on EasyMint and then apply promotion per OTA through the extranet. Yes. So currently, EasyMint, you can do pricing because every OTA has their own promotions, their own discounts, and those promotions and discounts vary from a platform to another platform. Sorry. So when we do pricing, we are mindful to sort of remember that part and adjust our pricing accordingly, because certain promotions, for example, country specific promotions are given in certain OTAs. Certain flash sale appear in a certain OTA which does not appear in any other OTA. So pricing can be managed or should be managed via EasyMint, but promotion will still go to OTAs because not all OTAs also have given this promotion to out on channel managers. I hope that answers the query. Okay, so I think this brings us to the end of the webinar. My name is Parikshit Popat. I am the head of revenue management department at YCS, and these are my contact details. Should you want to reach out to me and discuss further, we are also going to take a quick feedback as we reach the end of the webinar. I'd like your feedback on this, please. Thank you so much for joining today's webinar. And like I mentioned, I'll be available to answer all your queries. And I have all your contact details. So I will reach out to you one-on-one and solve all your revenue management related concern. And I hope to improve your property's yield using EasyMint. Thank you.